Hello, today's video we have the following content.
Peacekeeping Riot Squad starring Wang Yibo is a hit across the internet, with a box office exceeding 300 million. In this year's May Day, the movie Peacekeeping Riot Squad starring Wang Yibo has achieved great box office results, easily exceeding the 300 million mark in just a few days. Full stop. I haven't actually watched the movie Peacekeeping Riot Squad when it first started, but I also know that it is a movie about maintaining peace. It tells the story of Chinese peacekeeping police carrying out peacekeeping operations abroad. In fact, this movie the main theme is very good, because the name itself is very good, and its values are also very correct, so it was recommended by many Weebovers soon after it was released, and the recommendation degree is also very high, close to 100%. And this movie has great potential so far since its release. This movie has really broken a box office record for domestic action movies in the May Day period of Chinese film history, especially the box office record for the premiere. At present, this movie has a box office record from the entire box office. It seems that the box office every day is over 100 million, so this movie was already extremely popular when it was first released. The starring Wang Yibo is very popular, and many fans like Wang Yibo very much. This is also because of Wang Yibo's superb acting skills in this movie. Especially at the premiere, many reporters asked Wang Yibo what difficulties he had in portraying the character Yang Zhen. Wang Yibo said that there are indeed a lot of fighting scenes in the action scenes in this film. The action is also to present a more realistic effect. No auxiliary tools can be used, especially when it is necessary to jump from high places. There are also some explosion scenes, which are also very hot and more realistic. Wang Yibo plays the leading role of a peacekeeping policeman, so he also faces a lot of fighting scenes abroad. In order to make his appearance more consistent with the requirements and image of a policeman, Wang Yibo also exercised his muscles every day before starring in this movie to increase his muscles and better fit the image of a peacekeeping policeman. Because in the past, Wang Yibo had great respect for the police profession itself, and as an international peacekeeping policeman, at this point, it has exceeded ordinary people's imagination. Therefore, Wang Yibo, through his acting skills, has also made more people ordinary people can further understand the real life of peacekeeping police abroad. Let's talk about Wang Yibo again. He is really serious about his work now and does not have any label to define himself. When he was asked by reporters what kind of movies he would develop in the future, Wang Yibo said that he did not have a limited role, as long as he would like to try any role he thinks is suitable. Including the role of policeman Yang Zhen in this movie, he has never been exposed to this type of role before, because Wang Yibo has acted in some idol dramas before, so he respects this role and chose to boldly try it. In fact, it is also a breakthrough. In fact, Wang Yibo was successful this time, because he made the right bet, and the director and producer also praised him very much, because many people said that Wang Yibo had good acting skills and strong learning ability, so he was able to take on this role without letting him down. The audience was disappointed. Indeed, if Wang Yibo did not have excellent strength, he would not be able to control this kind of role. No matter how wide his connections were, his acting skills could speak for themselves. The reason why Wang Yibo was chosen as the protagonist of this movie is because Wang Yibo is very good at dancing, has a relatively high overall ability and quality, and is considered an all-around artist. Therefore, the director took a fancy to him and chose Wang Yibo to play the role of peacekeeping policeman Yang Zhen. To be honest, Wang Yibo did not make the director wrong in this movie, especially when he was tortured to extract a confession. The scene he performed was indeed very touching and allowed people to see the image of a tough guy. This is indeed not easy, because many young actors nowadays cannot perform such a color. It can be said that this kind of acting is really real. Once you see it, you should really cherish your current life and the happiness in the peaceful era. We are really very happy to be born in China. If you have not watched this movie, you have no idea what the definition of peace is and how much gold is behind peace. Therefore, many people use Wang Yibo's acting skills to further their career. Understand, know what the true meaning of the two words peace, the patriotic theme, the gathering of action boys, the revelation of a special police force, the excitement of car chases and gun battles, and its compatibility with the May Day schedule. There are many reasons for Peacekeeping Riot Squad to attract audiences to the cinema. At present, the cumulative box office of the movie Peacekeeping Riot Squad has reached 315 million, breaking the single-day box office record for Mayday drama films in the past 5 years, as well as the box office record for Mayday domestic action movies. The 4 leading actors Wang Yibo, Wang Yibo, Zhang Chuxi, and Huo Hao have served 22 times in domestic entertainment, the 4 of them who have played military roles a total of 22 times. The group of action niche actors are known as walking hormones and 5-level scenic spots, and are also considered as a powerful tool to attract box office. In fact, the preparation and release process of this film can be described as twists and turns. 3 years ago, one of the lead actors was involved in a scandal. The related scenes were deleted, the release was postponed, and Huo Hao was reshooting to save the scene. It was undoubtedly a disaster for a film that had already been filmed. The feature film of Peacekeepers will be over 90 minutes, making it the shortest film of its time period. This shows that a lot of plot has been deleted. The film focuses on the peacekeeping police, a group that rarely appears in the spotlight, and presents the tragic life and death stories of the Chinese peacekeeping police. The danger level of the peacekeeping force is so high, as Huo Hao said, "Last time we were in the mission area, all the people who greeted us were machine guns." Li Dachao, the director of Peacekeeping Riot Squad, said that the original starting point of the film was when he heard the news of the sacrifice of Chinese peacekeeping policemen in the mission area deeply touched me at the time. Mao Rongfeng, an equipment expert at the Ministry of Public Security, a first-class meritorious official, and who went overseas to perform peacekeeping-related tasks more than 10 times during his service, expressed his true feelings after watching the movie. "I am the comrade-in-arms of those 8 martyrs." The prototype of the story is awe-inspiring, and the movie also mainly revolves around the main tasks and work difficulties of the peacekeeping and anti-riot teams, revealing the peacekeeping troops in war-torn foreign countries, facing dangers such as riots and terrorist attacks, and responsible for patrolling, warning, and distributing goods. Responsibility for supplies, escorting hostages, and rescuing refugees. At first, the locals were wary and even hostile to the peacekeeping team composed of Yu Weidong, played by Wang Jingao, Yang Zhen, played by Wang Yibo, Ding Wei, played by Zhang Chuxi, Zhang Xiaoyang, played by Gu Jiachen, etc. The peacekeeping team gradually reversed the locals' attitude and gained their trust. Facing refugee gathering areas with complex people and terrain, local militants launched attacks on peacekeeping forces. The peacekeeping police strictly abide by the minimum use of force principle to protect civilians and do not easily fire back. They do not participate in local affairs and maintain a neutral attitude. This also makes it more difficult for peacekeeping troops to carry out rescue and self-protection. Under various restrictions, the peacekeeping team broke through the siege and completed the mission in a thrilling process, including car chases, gun battles, bomb disposal, sniping in the rain, close combat, and escorting hostages. Director Li Dachao, who previously won the Hong Kong Film Awards for Best Martial Arts Director, plays to his strengths here. In the fierce car chase, the armored vehicle riding in the peacekeeping team once became the strongest protagonist. In addition to the basic feature of bulletproof, it can determine the location of rockets and gunmen, provide evasion plans in advance, launch tear gas and other functions at the critical moment. It played a role in protecting the safety of the peacekeeping team and also demonstrated the powerful performance of our country's combat equipment in the movie. Yu Weidong, the leader of the peacekeeping team played by Wang Jingao, is a principled and capable young officer who values teamwork and understands humane management. The emergence of Yu Weidong filled the gap for such roles and helped Wang Jingao reach a higher level. Wang Yibo also performed quite vigorously in the important scene of chasing thugs on a rooftop and sniping in the rain. It is worth noting that since the movie was filmed in 2021, Peacekeeping Riot Squad is actually Wang Yibo's first appearance in an action movie. From a genre perspective, the superhero-style protagonist, the Chinese expression of international themes, the creative style that combines gunfights and road movies, and the scene characteristics of exotic wonders are very different from those of previous years such as Operation Mekong, Operation Red Sea and Operation Red Sea. Heavy industrial commercial blockbusters such as Wolf Warrior series are similar. However, the story logic, the brilliance of the drama, and the delicacy and flexibility of the action scenes of Peacekeeping Riot Squad are not comparable to those of the above works. so the film quality cannot be ranked among the first echelons of the same type. Among them, several sensational scenes seemed simple, crude and not smooth enough. The first is the level of family drama. The father-son inheritance between Yang Zhen and his late father, played by Zhu Yuan, as well as the conflict and reconciliation between Yu Weidong and his son due being away from home for a long time, were not presented in detail. Is my dad handsome? They all say I have no dad. There was a familiar feeling of embarrassment permeating the scene as the lines suddenly appeared. The second is that the humanistic brilliance of the policewoman Ding Wei, played by Zhuang Chuxi, outweighed her professionalism and she died in a gun battle to save a little girl. Third, the Chinese peacekeeping police have gained the trust of local people by being sincere and responsible. The plot fully exaggerates the atmosphere of local civilians' desire for peace and opposition to war. However, those who perform the final task of sniping witnesses must be diehards and hardcore elements in the enemy camp. How could they be easily moved by the enthusiastic atmosphere of the crowd and give up shooting? If the sniper hadn't suddenly discovered his conscience in the end, all the overall efforts would have been ruined. Such a touching plot setting would be a bit hasty. The film constantly expresses female sensibility through close-up shots, slow motion and repeated lines, which is somewhat different from the overall temperament of the film.
Thank you for watching the video. If this is your first time watching a video, please subscribe to the channel, like and leave your comments to help us develop your channel.